What's good everyone, my name is Chefkoch and today I want to talk about one of the most important producers for modern rap who is revolutionizing the contemporary rap game, Cardo.
You gotta get high like this, you gotta get high like me, you gotta get high like this, you gotta get high like me.
Cardo, also known as CardoGotWings, is a rapper and producer born and raised in St. Paul, Minnesota. He started making music as a kid with the PlayStation video game MTV Music Generator, and his moniker Cardo was derived from his relatives who called him Ricardo because he looked Puerto Rican, despite him having zero Hispanic heritage. During his youth, Cardo already was around a lot of rap music due to him listening to 3 6 Mafia, DJ Quick and other classic hip-hop artists. And as a producer influence, he listed The Alchemist, a real hip-hop veteran and legendary beatmaker for sure. But Cardo also was inspired to start producing himself because of Dr. Dre's solo debut, The Chronic. Cardo knew that there was a real need for outstanding producers of contemporary rap, so he decided to learn how to make beats, and his uncle showed him how to use FL Studio. And in 2004, Cardo moved to Fort Worth, Texas to focus on his music career and also to stay out of the street life, due to which he unluckily got himself arrested back in Minnesota. But now he was in Texas and did a lot of networking through MySpace, believe it or not, to find people to send his beats to, and the first artist Cardo ever worked with would be Mac Miller back in 2009. Subsequently, he also met Wiz Khalifa, to whom he gave a couple of his beats, which would actually end up on Khalifa's Kush and Orange Juice mixtape, and he also joined Wiz Khalifa's collective and label Taylor Gang Records. The records Cardo produced for Wiz would completely blow him up, and these are still to this day some of his most famous production credits. The work with Taylor Gang generated a lot of attention for Cardo, and he would become a respected producer in the industry very swiftly, even meeting A$AP Rocky, and he was able to work with artists like Kendrick Lamar and Currency. Especially his work for Kendrick was outstanding, as he produced 3 songs from the untitled Unmastered album and the song God from Damn. This connection to K-Dot actually stayed to this day, since Cardo made the instrumental for Family Ties with Baby Keem, and more recently he produced a diss track and Drake death sentence titled Euphoria. But let's go back in time for a bit. Cardo decided to leave Taylor Gang in 2013 to focus on his own projects, and would produce hits for mainstream artists like Jay-Z, Lil Yachty and the Migos during that time. And in the late 2010s, he was responsible for the production of the worldwide hits Goosebumps by Travis Scott and God's Plan by Drake. Therefore, Cardo might actually be the favorite producer of many casual rap listeners without them even knowing about him. Besides that, Cardo regularly works with Schoolboy Q, and he even appeared on Q's 2024 comeback album Blue Lips, which has to be one of the best records from this year yet. In addition, Cardo polished the classic hip-hop sound due to his production for Freddie Gibbs and Boldy James, currently 2 of the best artists for gangster and jazz rap in my opinion. But Cardo's also tapped into the new wave, as he produced for artists like Baby Smooth and Tony Snow. Furthermore, you can find more experimental instrumentals by him in the discography of Lucky, Lance Foe and Uno the Activist. It definitely is great to see Cardo still enjoys developing his soundscape, trying out new subgenres and working with lesser known artists to push their agenda. He also likes experimenting with different genres, like on the R&B songs with Brent Faiyaz as well as Bryson Tiller, and Cardo even has an unreleased record with Rihanna, a very rare achievement these days. But Cardo's most notable work from recent times has to be on the last 4 singles by Playboi Carti for his highly anticipated album Music. I mean, at this point I don't even know if it will ever come out, but what's not deniable is that the recent tracks have an amazing production quality, and this avant-garde soundscape initiated a new era for Playboi Carti and maybe rap music as a whole, who knows. But funny story, the instrumental for Hood by Air was actually made 3 years ago and was supposed to be sent to Nardo Wick out of everyone. But honestly, I'm glad that Carti got his hands on it. Apparently, Cardo and Carti have been working on the project Music for the last 4 years. So I really expect greatness from it. Some of you might even only know about Cardo through this production for Carti, so I hope that with this video you will understand that Cardo's legacy and importance for the rap world goes way deeper than just opium beats. His instrumentals are very versatile, yet quite recognizable due to their bouncy sound and frequent use of cowbells. So the next time you listen to God's Plan or Hood by Air, try to recognize his signature sound so you can get used to it, because Cardo is here to stay and for sure will be a major key figure for the future of rap music. His way of chopping up samples is amazing as well, and I hope that we will hear many more of his beats on Cardi's album, if we ever get to listen to it. But all these production highlights I mentioned made Cardo a multi-platinum, diamond and even Grammy nominated producer. But it doesn't stop here, as Cardo also is a rapper besides his career as a producer. He released multiple albums since 2011, the most notable ones being the collab album with Pierre Bourne titled Pierre and Cardo's Wild Adventure, and Big Bossing Volume 2 with Payroll Giovanni. This tape can be described as modern age G-Funk as it combines elements from the Bay Area and the Detroit scene. I especially enjoyed the song Good Day to Get Money, so for sure check this tape out. Next to that, Cardo regularly works with Larry June, and together they bring a very refreshing West Coast sound to the rap game. They made an entire album together in 2023 titled Night Shift, and I actually enjoyed this record as well. So in summary, Cardo worked with pretty much any major artist in the industry as well as some underground talents. He's a very successful producer and has a big legacy, but he's still underrated somehow. Cardo said himself that many people usually leave him off the top 5 or top 10 list for producers, and his name does not get mentioned that often in the regular debate about the most influential producers, yet he clearly is a part of those modern goats in my eyes. Therefore, I like to see him as Cardo, your favorite producer you didn't know was your favorite producer. He really did the groundwork for contemporary rap for the last 15 years and he's an actual mastermind. But Cardo's influence does not stop here, as he is also the founder and CEO of the record label Everything Is Gold Music, which signed artists like Gerald Walker and Pizzle. So next to his career as a producer and rapper, Cardo is also building his own empire for hip-hop. So as a conclusion, Cardo is an essential producer for modern rap and is revolutionizing contemporary rap music with his instrumentals. He is a mastermind behind the production for a majority of worldwide hits and is shaping the contemporary rap sound due to his production for rap moguls like Kendrick or Carti, for example. I really like Cardo's soundscape and hopefully I could prove his importance to the rap game for you in this video. Maybe you will even be able to recognize his distinctive sonority more easily now, just look out for the cowbells. With that being said, thank you for watching, leave a like if you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe as I'm trying to hit 200 subs before the end of the year. Cheers!